And yes, good day, viewers. You are joined by Brian Munango here on the Sports Rap Show. Well, I am your host for today's show on Sport Rap. Well, Taekwondo becomes an official sport in Namibia, and Sevilla take on Roma tonight in the Europa League. Hopefully, we can see a wonderful goal fest in that game in the Europa League, where we know that Sevilla have dominated in the Europa League for years now. So we can see Mourinho challenge for that one there. But with that, let's head into today's hit list. Well, the 8th annual UIS Fly-In, organized by Lisama Light Sport and Amateur Built Aircraft Association of Namibia, captivated aviation enthusiasts and locals in the picture queue town of UIS region, Namibia's Erongo region, that is. Well, this highly anticipated event was hosted from the 24th to the 28th of May. Pilots, aviation friends, and their families arrived with a total of 28 aircraft, showcasing the thrilling of flight and the strong sense of community. Dr. Henk Costa, an accomplished rally and precision pilot, has organized a number of events, including this one. A total of 15 pilots competed in the activities, which included pilot skill testing and pilot landing exercise and navigation speed test as well. Well, the game changer is up next after the break.
The next days are not a measurement of time, but the distance from here to the finish line. For the race you are running, for your kids, your career, your health, your future. Not away, but towards it. While the voice in your head reminds you it won't be easy. But by simply swinging your feet towards the floor, you've taken the first step. Grow for it with Stamino Grow. 5-in-1 supplement available at all leading pharmacies.
Well, good news for those that love Taekwondo, because Taekwondo just became an official sport in Namibia. Well, the Namibian Taekwondo Federation executives this morning at the Namibia Sports Commission in Windhoek spoke on the admission of the NTF at the recently World Taekwondo Federation General Assembly held over the weekend from the 27th to the 28th of May 2023 in Baku, Azerbaijan, where Namibia was represented by OTS interim president Sigi Vey Mujoro. Well, here is Sigi speaking more on the event that took place today at the Sports Commission.
In Azerbaijan, Baku, we celebrated the 50 years anniversary of World Taekwondo. It started with mere 17 countries. It has grown to 213 plus 1. Namibia is the number 230. We have been admitted officially as a member of the World Body and African Taekwondo Union. The plus 1, you will ask what it is. The plus 1 is members of those countries who are refugees. They don't have a home to call it themselves, so they are given an opportunity to participate in the World Taekwondo. They don't get medals, but they are allowed to participate so that they are not left out. The tagline or the motto of Taekwondo is not about winning. It's not about getting the results. It's about peace and unity. So that is what we went. So we were admitted by the General Assembly. The General Assembly of Taekwondo sat on Saturday, the 28th. They deliberated on our application, which was submitted through the African Union. The African Union helped us pay the affiliation fee to the World Taekwondo. And then on Sunday, during the General Assembly, without any objection, Namibia was admitted as number 213 to the World Taekwondo. The good thing about this admission, as you all know, this sport is not really active. It's not known into this country. Our mission, as we were given as an executive, and I'm glad my brother is here, we were to get the ball rolling. And we say, how do we get the ball rolling? if we have nothing. And we can get the ball rolling into this country because neither the ministry nor the private sector will be able to assist us. So we then said we work on the statutes, the constitution, to make sure that we get a recognition. Our constitution was accepted by the Sports Commission. It was equally accepted by the African Union, and then it was then accepted by the World Taekwondo. This opened room for us to start rolling the ball and to roll the sports out into this country, which we're now going to start. I just came back last night. We have not sat with the executive to give them feedback, but the first idea is for us to go out there and look for people of interest. There is interest in terms of who want to be a coach, who want to be a referee, and the players. We want to forge ties with school sports union, because you want to start with young people. And so, because in Taekwondo, it's not just about the kicking and the cuts or whatever you call it. There is also meditation and discipline in it. So we want to start it with young people. So we want to target the school sports union, which we still have to reach out to them. TISAN, which is the tertiary institution. We have the women in sports. And then most importantly is the men in uniform. They are quite organized in sports, the sports corps, the defense force, the police, and the correctional services. So that will be the work that will be going. We will have to go back to the drawing board with the executive, draw a timeline, and say by when do we want the interest to be expressed by the various people. Once we have done this, we'll then come up with a roadmap and a program which will submit to African Union, and they will do the funding for us to roll out the sports in the country. The idea is to have in all the 14 regions to have clubs, and eventually forming regional federation. Our mandate is not to remain in office, but is to establish the structures, call for elective Congress, and get the people elected into positions for them to start running the federation. So in brief, this is what happened in Azerbaijan, Baku, that Namibia has been admitted as a 213 member, and it opens room for funding, it opens rooms for Taekwondo to start rolling. The World Championship is currently underway in Baku, which started on Monday. That is also a good thing. And last year already, para Taekwondo was introduced, which is another leg of Taekwondo which has been introduced. And out of the many martial arts which we have, Taekwondo is the only Olympic sport that is recognized by the Olympic. So we hope that having Taekwondo here will win medals for the country, because individual sports always get a lot of medals. So we still have one hurdle to cross here in terms of Namibia, is to get our recognition and admission by Namibia Olympic Committee. Application has been submitted already. The last time they requested for our registration and affiliation to the World Taekwondo, which we can now gladly submit to them for them to consider our application. So this is really the importance of us getting affiliated to the World Taekwondo, just to open the doors for the sports to start rolling. I think that is in brief what we wanted to share with the public and the world outside there. Said Taekwondo is here now. We're going to start rolling the ball out. We will reach out to corporate world. We will reach out to the media houses for them to assist us, just to get the message out and get people of interest. Because we want to open this for people of interest. We do have people in Namibia who have practiced Taekwondo. We have one in Oshakati, he's holding a black belt. We have one in Swakopmund, but we could not really roll out because you need equipment, because it's a physical sports. People are protected in terms of headgears, body suits and so on, so they don't get hurt. So this kind of equipment is all things we need. Now this is the room that we have to submit our request for funding to the World Taekwondo, and hopefully this will give us the necessary support that we need. Thank you so much.
Well, that was Vei Mujoro, who is the interim president for the Namibia Taekwondo Federation. Well, the sharpshooter is up next after we visit the marketplace. Well, the Eagles men cricket team, supported by Airlink, was announced this morning by Cricket Namibia in the capital. We have Tillman, who was at the event, and this is the footage that we have for you.
It's a privilege to announce a new partnership and a new sponsorship where specifically Airlink is joining our national team, and that's not just the men, but also our women's team, and also under 19s will fly with them whenever we fly into Johannesburg and into any other region of the world from there. And the same when international teams fly into Namibia, we'll promote the airline for any team and tour that comes into the country, and then a direct benefit to our national coaching staff that will fly directly with the airline between South Africa and Namibia. These type of corporate partnerships is critical for sport in Namibia. We cannot survive without them. It's very hard to compete at international stage when you are struck by financial shortages, and barter agreements like this is just a benefit that allows us to compete better. Currently the men is ranked 13th in the world with T20 cricket. Our women is 17th in the world with T20 cricket, and that is massive accomplishments for Namibia as a country, not just for cricket in the country, but for Namibia as a country, and that we can compete at that stage. And a partnership like this is what brings it all together. So thank you for partnering. Thank you for partnering with Cricket Namibia. I know you're supporting rugby as well, and you're a true Namibian brand that supports sport in this country, and we hope and believe that we will give as much back to you as you give to us. So thank you.
Absolute pleasure having you here at the Airlink house. We are pleased that you physically came here and that we can have this announcement being made here at our offices. It's a real privilege for Airlink to partner with Namibian cricket. We started last year, as Johan correctly mentioned, and the fact of the matter is that it was challenging times for everybody, but even during that times, we're extremely proud of the achievements of the Namibian cricket team. I vividly remember the Sunday morning when we were looking at the game that you guys were playing, and it's just amazing. The successes you were having there, that normally assists us as well. We are seeing ourselves as a privately small run airline, and if I say small, let me correct myself. We are the second biggest airline in Africa. We are having 45 destinations in 15 African countries, so we only operating within the region. We're offering 57 flights between South Africa and Namibia. We are having 32 commercial agreements with international airlines, which means that we've got the reach to fly to any destination in the world with our partners. But having said that, to partner with such a professional team as the Namibian cricket team is a real privilege. Johan, thank you for that. It's easy to work with you guys. It's a pleasure to work with you guys. Namibian cricket is healthy, and we're certainly looking forward to this relationship, build it stronger, and it goes beyond the 2 years. So I trust it will be mutually beneficial for both of us, and we wish you all of the best with your traveling arrangements, with your games that you're going to play, and it will be our pleasure to have you on board. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Coach, thanks for giving us your time. Obviously, the team is going to be playing a team from India, just Pakistan. Just give us a brief sort of on what this game means to you in terms of preparing for the other bigger matches.
Yeah, this Karnataka side from India, state side, is really a great opportunity for us as a team to measure ourselves against a real quality that's arrived here yesterday in Karnataka. And for me personally, I think we we have got an opportunity here to, as individuals and as a team, to prepare for the next cycle of ODI cricket against this very strong outfit. We need to continue measuring ourselves and get tested at a high level, and I really feel that it's going to happen in this series with 5 games in about 11 days.
You obviously selected a team which is mixed with experience and newcomers. Take us through that selection.
We're still sitting with a few injuries in JJ Smith, Tangeni Lungamini, Luan Lawrence. Nicole Lofty-Eaton is abroad playing cricket in England. So it gives us an opportunity to bring a couple of new guys in. However, I feel that we have got a very strong squad, like you've mentioned, with experience, the likes of Stephen Bard, Nico Davins, Gerard Erasmus. There's a lot of experience there, but there's also a bit of freshness in the squad. Gerard Jansen van Vuren, under 19 player with a hell of a lot of talent. It will be great to see him competing against real quality, against the Karnataka side. So I'm very pleased with the balance of the squad to be able to produce quality cricket.
Besides winning this match, this series, what would you be looking for as a coach?
I want to see guys operate under pressure, and you're going to get more pressure situations against good quality sides. Winning is great, losing is not great, but for me what we need to achieve is to be able to make good decisions under pressure. I want this Karnataka side to test us for long periods, and if you get tested for long periods, you're going to get mentally strong, you're going to gain a lot of confidence as a player, as a team. So that's something that I'm really going to focus on.
Pierre, thank you very much for your time. Yeah, it's been a while since we had good cricket. The games, they're not qualifying as one-day internationals.
No, they're not, because this is a provincial or state side, and they're not an international side, so they're just normal 50-over games.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time, and good luck with the series. Looking forward to that.
Thank you.
I think we are all excited about the squad announcement there that happened by the Cricket Namibia. Our special Le Rugby Joel segment is up next.
It takes heart and all the soul. A head stuck in the game. It takes every bone in your body, all the blood in your veins. And then more blood, and more sweat, more tears, all your hopes and your dreams. It takes conquering fears. It's late nights and weekends. 6 to 6s, 9 to 5s. It takes sacrifice and suffering every moment of our lives. It takes kick after kick, being kicked when you're down. It takes fighting for hours for inches of ground. It takes every last line out, every last second spent. It takes absolute devotion. It takes 100%.
Well, Australia flanker Michael Hooper remains undecided on his playing future, but doubts that it includes a Wallabies jersey beyond this year's World Cup. Hooper, who will play his last home match for the New South Wales Waratahs on Saturday, is open to another stint overseas after playing in Japan in 2021, or a pivot to rugby sevens to chase an Olympic medal at next year's Paris Games. However, the 124 Test veteran was unenthused when asked about the prospect of remaining in Eddie Jones' plans for the British and Irish Lions tour in 2025. Hopefully the player can make a decision that will be very good for him in the long run. Well, Ario Khat is on standby and will be up next after the break.
This May, choose brand new. Choose drama and deceit.
I'm very attracted to you. Oh. Would you be interested in having an affair?
Choose fights and fallout.
I won, and that was right.
I brought the heat.
I mean, I'm gonna destroy you.
Choose truth and discovery.
I miss her every day. I see her every day.
Choose fresh shows, series, and original entertainment. This May, choose brand new. Choose DSTV.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news. Starting off with tennis news first, it is the French Open that's being played currently in Paris, one of the 4 majors of the year. And in the men's division, a big surprise that happened in the first round is number 2 seed Daniel Medvedev. He's out of the tournament. He lost to unseeded Thiago Seyboth Wild. He is from Brasilia and he is number 171st in the world, and he lost in 5 sets to Wild. It is Daniel Medvedev, the Italian Open finalist or the Italian Open winner, that's out of the tournament. In the Italian Open, he showed that he was the player on form on clay in the men's division. He played against Holger Rune, and Holger Rune, number 6 seed, he is through to the second round. He beat Chris Eubank of the USA in 4 sets. Southern African interest, it's Lloyd Harris that lost in the first round. He played against Alexander Zverev. He's at 22nd seed, and that was in 3 sets that Zverev won. Over to the women's division, it's number 1 seed Iga Swiatek. She's from Poland, easily through to the second round. She beat Cristiana Busca of Spain by 6-4 and 6-love. Also number 6 seed Coco Gauff of the US, a good start for her. She beat Rebecca Masarova also in the first round. And then Southern African interest, it is Ons Jabeur of Tunisia. She's also through to the second round. And the number 4 seed Elena Rybakina, she's the Wimbledon champion and also doing well on clay. She's also through, beating Brenda Sevastova by 6-4 and 6-2. Continuing with Formula 1 racing news, it is the Spanish Grand Prix this coming weekend. And the news from Formula 1 from Ferrari is that the team principal, Frederic Vasseur, said that the team is far away from expectations. And that is regarding the result in Monaco and result throughout the year. It was in 2022 that Ferrari was the closest rivals to the Red Bull Hondas of Max Verstappen. But this year it is Aston Martin and Mercedes-Benz that's doing better than Ferrari at the moment. This past weekend in Monaco, it was Charles Leclerc that qualified 3rd on the grid, but in racing he finished the Grand Prix in 6th position, and Carlos Sainz, his teammate, he finished in number 8. It is team principal Vasseur that said that there will be many upgrades for the race in Spain this coming weekend, so Ferrari will make some big changes before the race that starts on Sunday in Spain. And to conclude international sports news, some golf news. It is the Ryder Cup team event that's going to start on the 29th of September. That is in Rome. Still a long way to go, but there's lots of comments coming in regarding the team makeup. That is when Europe play against the USA. It's a competition rich in tradition, and it is the topic of discussion is the players that currently play in the breakaway league, the Live Golf Initiative. They're allowed to play in the majors like the Masters, US Open and the PGA, but they've been banned from the PGA and the DP World Tour. So that's a difficult situation for the team managers and the team selections. And at the moment, it seems like they will not be included in the Ryder Cup. It is, however, world number 2, John Rahm of Spain, that came out and made a statement that is said that they should be included, regardless of them playing in the Live Golf Initiative. There's some strong players on both sides playing in the Live Golf that would, in a normal situation, be selected for the Live Golf teams, and it is for the USA players like Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson and also Bryson DeChambeau. And then also for the Europe team that played in the 2021 Ryder Cup team, it is Sergio Garcia, Ian Poulter and Lee Westwood. They're all currently playing in the Live Golf Initiative. Brooks Koepka won the PGA the past week or a week or two ago, so he showed his class, and it is John Rahm that feels strongly that they should be included. But it's still up for the decision of the American team and the European team if they're going to be included, and that selection will be made later in the year. That's international sports news for today. I hope you have a great sport day, and we talk again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Well, that brings us to the end of Sports Wrap today. Sports Wrap will be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. Goodbye.